It's a bit of a water.
We're good to go.
Breaking for audit and that, and we're gonna be breaking for going. It's gonna be a bit of a water.
That's not be confusing or,
Motion to reconvene.
we already did that. So we're live.
Oh, I thought you had.
We're just waiting,
Okay.
we're just waiting for somebody to tell us what the cost of living stuff.
Okay, this is me.
And then we'll go to you again.
So presently, our salaries are determined using the 2022-23 salary band schedule that was approved by council last March. And at that time, there was a 4.1% increase as per the consumer price index. So each year, council considers applying the previous year's consumer price index rate. And we use the all items for Nova Scotia, and we use the annual average to smooth out the sort of peaks and valleys that happen from month to month to apply to our salaries. The approval's traditionally been approved prior to the beginning of the April 1st fiscal year. That allows us to make sure that it's in place and we're not going back and making it effective April 1st. So it just ensures a smooth transition for payroll calculations. The personnel policy P55 and the remuneration of the warden, deputy warden, counselor's policy P09 outline the process. I won't read it all to you, but typically we use that CPI figure. So for this year, the CPI is 7.5%. You would have seen that and heard that last week when we discussed the budget. So what we're looking for is a decision from council whether you would like to approve the CPI at 7.5%. And if you choose to do that, we would be looking for approving the salary bands for this year, effective April 1st. And then we would recommend the amendment, you would recommend the amendment to P09 for the cost of living increase to the council and warden and deputy warden salaries. There is an option to not approve the cost of living increase for this year. There is an option to refer it to the budget process or to approve it at a different rate. So those are the options.
Well, CPI is high this year, but
It is
but
high
so
this year.
cost of living on it, and that's what we've used, so, I don't know.
I had a question, I think the answer to 7.5, I was gonna ask you where you get the number, because I just was gonna ask if we do it at page T and they have 6.3, and I was wondering where we got to 7.5. We do an average.
We do 7.5 is the average for all items in Nova Scotia for it's the annual average. So they do it, some places do it December to December. So they take the value in December of one year and December of another year, and they compare the two. Some do an average over 12 months. Some take out gas or energy costs and food costs, which can lower that rate as well. Those seem to be the ones that are the most volatile, but they're probably also the ones that affect us the most as well, so.
No, I don't get the number.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I had the same question for it because sitting on the library board and we're looking to approve our budget next week, I think next week. We met 2 weeks ago and we talked about that cost of living figure, and it was different than some of the others that you're seeing around. So Tim explained it just as Tara just explained it in terms of when they start the 1 year. Right?
Yeah, when we do it.
Makes a
I
difference.
didn't understand it was always different.
But it's consistent to those organizations, I guess.
Yeah, they use the
It's
same-
also what
they
it
use the
explains to
same.
me, so therefore consistent to.
When you Google it, so.
So what are we gonna do?
Well, that's what we done.
I know what we've done, but I need a motion to do
I'll move that we proceed with the
it. Recommendations.
the recommended whatever is 7.5 for our policy.
Yeah. Second,
Second.
discussion.
Well, I'll just say one thing on this, and that is that it is a high amount, but it wasn't so many years ago that we had said there was like 0.1.
0.3 2 years ago.
Yeah, so I mean, sometimes it's high and sometimes it's low, and I think if you smooth it out, it's probably what the public would expect to see.
Sure, consistent.
Any further discussion? All those in favor? Opposed, motion's carried. Motion to go in camera.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. All those in favor? Opposed, motion's carried.